Hello and welcome to the channel, my fellow space adventurers to be. I kind of want to touch on this controversy floating around the internet of there being boundaries and limits to exploration on the planets in Starfield, as there seems to be a little bit of miscommunication and misunderstanding between Bethesda devs and ourselves, the public. So I'm going to cover that all in this video and get the cat out of the bag, or get the bunny out of the hat, whatever you guys want to call it, and just debunk this to kind of give my opinion on everything, and then let you guys decide with the information in front of you what your opinion is on the matter. So this whole controversy actually started with someone leaking something they were not meant to, a leaked image of Starfield gameplay where they walked for 40 minutes in a line and they actually got to a boundary message that popped up and told them they need to either return to a settlement or to their ship, as they've kind of like, you know, reached the limit of the planet, or like met a boundary limit or whatever like that, you know, like an out of bounds invisible wall kind of a thing. I can't share the image, but yeah, that is what happened and how this all sparked up. And then let me show you guys a post from Tom Henderson. So just getting around to all the Starfield boundary stuff from an article that went up on IG, which I actually thought was fine since deleted. Basically, planets have different numbers of landing spots with terrain limits. One planet might have 3 landing spots, whilst another might have 5. These are your main landing spots with point of interest, and then you have another number of landing spots allocations where you can land anywhere once again, terrain limit. You can't run all the way around the planet or whatever, and can't run to another landing spot. Must just be a means to not stress consoles / computers or whatever. So obviously that was also explained a lot earlier on, I think a couple of months ago actually, by Todd Howard himself, the man, the myth, the legend, and I'm going to play that clip for you guys right now.
How are we going to render a planet, like pull it off for the player? Like, can we? Or do we have to sort of do it where you can't land on all of them, where you're landing in a very controlled small world space that we, you know, kind of craft, and you would have a very limited set of those. If you go back to tone, like, well, that's probably the wrong tone. And how can we say yes? Like, I want to land on that ice ball. So we started the game right after Fallout 4, so 2016. And the first thing we did was, how can we have a system to generate these planets and make them look, I'll say reasonable. And so we did find a way, we came up with a way, had prototyped of building tiles, like large tiles of landscape, the way we would usually build them. We kind of generate them offline, hand do some things, and end up with these very realistic looking tiles of landscape, and then built a system that wraps those around a planet and blends them all together.
So as you can see, that was confirmed by Todd and how their system works. I mean, it's not very in-depth on how, he doesn't go full in explanation on how that actually does work. But then if we have a look at this another post from Tom Henderson, this could clear it up for you guys. Easiest way to view it is like a planet is divided into 500 tiles, not the actual number, it's just an example. You land in one tile, explore, etc., and then you jump back into your ship to select another tile to explore. If you really wanted to, you can just select the tile next to the one you just explored and continue doing this around the whole planet. So basically it goes back to the other post of where the planet has a couple of tiles. Obviously they have to do this because of, imagine having a planet-sized map loaded every single time you land on a planet instantly. Probably take you like an hour to load it up on a computer, or even on the console take you even longer than that, and it would be really technically difficult to actually make that all work. So this is understandable how that all works. But then this post from Pete Hines, where someone did ask if you can explore a whole planet, was kind of misleading, but not misleading. He just failed to mention that it is broken up into these tiles. I'm going to show you guys in the background in the video there. You can see that there is all these landing zones and like points of interest that you then click to go land your ship on, and then you can explore to your heart's content. I mean, walking 40 minutes in a straight line, just walking, that's a lot of exploration you got to do. If that's the size of one tile, I'm all for that. I don't mind. So my opinion on the matter is, the information is there. Bethesda's not lying to us. They just kind of forgot to mention, stuff like that, like the technical side of things, because theoretically you can still explore everywhere. It's just you need to load in between with these tiles and stuff like that, is how I'm understanding it. So let me know down below in the comments what your guys' opinion is, and if you understand as well what this all means. And just don't let this ruin anything for you guys. The game is still incredibly massive. I can't wait. We're a couple of days, like 4 days away from it now, to get into it and fully explore for ourselves and actually see it. There's so many planets out there and so many places to go. I'm sure we're not going to be landing on each planet and walking 40 minutes just to find the next tile to load into for a planet, but we'll see how it all goes with exploration and space itself, and like jumping between the planets and all that stuff. Expect a lot of Starfield content be coming out of my channel pretty soon. I will be uploading quite regularly on Starfield. I'm really pumped and hyped to play it. I can't wait to get into it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this cleared up a bit for you. If you liked the channel and you liked the video, please drop a sub and a like. Helps me out so much. I will catch you beautiful people starside. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the